Yeah,
half of it's greened up, but the other half is like, I'm hanging tough to this yellow. So maybe a little bit more rain will do it.
That's true. All right, so an exciting time for the band Daughtry and their local fans. That band, of course, includes Rochester native Elvio Fernandes on keyboards.
People here have been following his career for decades now. The group's new album just released, and it is number 2 on iTunes already. Tomorrow night, the band is playing at the Auditorium Theater. So much going on for them, so we're happy just to grab a couple of minutes with singer Chris Daughtry to catch up. So he did that for us. A first for him, a Skype interview from the back of his car. Here's Doug.
This is a first.
Hey, let's get started. It's been roughly, give or take, 10 years since the big break. How long did it take to get to the big break? People sometimes forget about that.
About 10 years.
Yeah?
Yeah, so, that was, I was playing small clubs from the time I was like 17, 18, roughly 8 to 9 years before Idol.
Does that make you more grateful even 10 years out from that than you might have been otherwise?
I think so. I think I think it prepared me in a lot of ways. I think it gave me a lot of the experience needed to be able to front a band and work a crowd. So it definitely felt like I put the work in.
I think most would agree. I got to ask you, you're in a car. Where are you and where are you going?
Leaving Long Island, headed back to the city.
Okay. And you're coming to Rochester soon. What have you learned in the 10 years since the big break about, you as an artist, you as a creator of music? Experience has got to be a big teacher. What do you think's changed for you, or what do you think you've learned from all that?
Wow. What have I learned? I've learned that you need to be kind to people at all costs. And, treat everything as an opportunity, and it's made me, very grateful to be where we are now, that after, almost 12 years that we're still able to do this. So, yeah.
We are in Rochester, New York, so I'm going to ask you to try to find something nice to say. Is there anything about my buddy Elvio you can say that's complimentary, or is he just trouble from the beginning?
Who is that?
Elvio. Have you met him? Do you know him?
No, Elvio's great. Elvio's great. He brings a lot to this band, and we've been running and gunning all week doing acoustic shows. He's awesome.
We look forward to welcoming you to town. We thank you for your time today, and safe travels into New York.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right. We'll see you when you get here.
He's so cool.
He is, and you've met Elvio,
yes,
right?
Elvio's cool, too. Yeah.
Awesome.
And I remember when I first moved here, and I think you are one of many people who spoke highly of him, and I'm like, oh, who's this Elvio guy? I got to meet him.
Yeah.
And obviously now I know who he is. But yeah, Daughtry, his look, he just has that signature look, and I just think it's so cool. It works for him.
He looks like a rock star.
Yeah.
Like it was meant to be.
Yeah.
But Elvio, if you haven't met him, obviously a talented musician, but such a nice guy, too.
And investing in the youth, too, which is huge, and I love that.
All right, we're going to talk